situation.
Let's go now. Blue lane. Where's that up?
They try again with Martin. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Let's go now. White 25. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Working out of the gun. Winston. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Ben Gideon in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Meanwhile, down in Chicago, and it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. Mike Glennon, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3.
Well, at least it eases the frustration a bit, doesn't it? To be able to get some points on the board, feel a little bit better about themselves as they go into the locker room and try and regroup.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's got room. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single offense, defense, and here special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. So that one goes down as a 99-yard kick return for 6 from the 1-yard line all the way to the house on the other end. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Winston now to throw on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now Jameis on second down. Drops it off to Martin. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a gain of 5, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Ready. Blue lady.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. This is caught by Jackson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. To the air again with Winston. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Winston again. Goes underneath to Martin. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Winston now from the 50. And Winston lost the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And our attention here turns to Latavius Murray. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Vikings are simply running the show in the first half. They've controlled the game and are way out in front. The Buccaneers have an uphill battle in front of them, but will try to claw back in this one. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Vikings opening drive. Murray is able to get clear of the defense, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. Vikings up by a touchdown. Following the forced fumble, Keenum's on point with the throw, and this 2-play drive goes for a TD. Vikings with the football late in the first. Cook's got great blocking here, and this long run goes for a touchdown. Vikings lined up at the 43 as they go up here at 21-0. Murray's got nobody around him on the catch. This goes for a touchdown. Vikings with the commanding lead. We move late into the second. Jackson's wide open here on the catch, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 43-yard line.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. Ben Roethlisberger, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
Under pressure, they got him again. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, standing just outside his own goal line. And take it right on the 30. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Right. Stay right here. Stay on the right. Stay on the right. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st down, Murray. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And this Viking offense is running away with this one.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.